This is one crazy end board. I don't understand how we got from point A to point B. This is nuts. Nobody knows this deck, but I had a feeling that there's something interesting about it. And honestly, if I have a chance to play Baby Dragon, I'm gonna play it.
Baby Dragon.
Today we're going to be talking about Materiactor. This is a pretty old archetype that had a few cards that nobody ever noticed that just got new support in Supreme Darkness. And honestly, I think it's kind of slept on. I'm going to be showing you 4 pretty insane combos for this deck. We're going to make the Materiactor end board, but we're also going to get into Branded. We're going to summon Dragoon, and we're going to end on a pretty insane 7 Interruption end board that goes from Materiactor to World Legacy to White Forest to Azamina and then Bestials. Don't believe me? Stick around and find out. So, I don't normally do these dueling book videos, but I was cooking with this all day. I had so much fun, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I'm going to be showing you the decks, explaining you the Materiactor cards, because most probably you don't know what they do. And then I'm going to be showing you combos, and these are going to be super cool. I'm hyped about this deck, and this took a lot of work, so make sure to like the video, subscribe for more videos like this. Let's get into it. I'm going to be talking over the cards that you need to know from the Materiactor cards, and then I'm going to be showing you combos. So let's get to know Materiactor. What is this? So basically, this is a level 3, rank 3 strategy that is comprised out of dragons that are level 3 with different attributes. This already has a lot of potential. They have effects that discard, but they also deal with level 3 normal monsters. This is the main selling point of the deck, that you're going to be able to access normal monsters from your deck, similar to what Primite does, but a little bit more specific. Let's talk about the 3 main deck monster. We have Materiactor Gigadra. This is actually the old card that was released, I think, in like Blazing Vortex or like a couple years ago. Just got support out of the blue. So they're all dragons level 3. This card has an ignition effect where you discard a card and then special summon a level 3 normal monster from your deck. And if you discarded a normal monster to activate this effect, then you can special summon any Materiactor monster from the deck. While this guy is on the field, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for Xyz monsters. That's not going to be a problem. Now for the new cards, they're significantly better, even though Gigadra is the actual starter of the deck. We have Zeptwing. This is a fire dragon, so we have pretty easy access to this guy. If you control a Materiactor card, you can special summon this guy from your hand, and then if it's normal or specialed or flipped up, you can add a Materiactor card from your deck to your hand. Then you can either add or special summon from the grave a level 3 normal monster to your field. This is going to be the main extender, and it's going to be adding this guy, which is Exaraptor, which is a water dragon, and you can reveal it and discard another card. You add a normal monster from your deck or grave to the hand, except for the discarded card, then you can special summon this. Now it has an attack modulation effect in the hand. This has to do with the Xyz monster being able to bring back the materials from being attached to the hand, and this is Exoguard. There's an older rank 3, this is the new one, it's also a water dragon. It's a generic level rank 3. You can detach a material, special summon or special summon a Materiactor monster from the deck, or add a spell or trap. This is a very, very strong effect, a generic rank 3 that you can make in many different ways, but that also summons from the deck, which is crazy. Now, if your opponent normal or special summons, you can add up to 2 materials from this card to the hand, including a Materiactor card, and then, if a normal monster is in your graveyard, you can return 1 card on the field to the hand without targeting. Now, this is a very, very cool manipulation of the strategy, because the new card, Materiactor Meltdown, is really good. What it does is, it's a continuous spell, and as an ignition effect, it's sort of like a prosperity for Materiactors. You excavate the top 6, you add a Materiactor card to your hand, then you place the rest on the top of your deck in any order. Then you can add 1 card attached to a rank 3 you control to the hand. Now, if an Xyz monster activates its effect, you can attach the top card of your deck to 1 Materiactor Xyz. So you can see there's a loop here. You can manipulate the top of your deck, attach one to your Xyz monster, like an Ibiru or a hand trap, Then on your opponent's turn, in order to activate the effective bounce of Exegard, you bring back one of the materials to the hand, right? Which is going to be a hand trap. Super, super cool. Now, there's a few other cards that are going to be popular here that you're going to see throughout the entire combo, which is Muddy Mud Dragon, which can basically manipulate and fusion summon and become a substitute. And then two other cards that you're going to see a lot are going to be Baby Dragon, because it is a dragon, which means you can make Heraldic Seals. It's also non-dark or light, so it can't be Bestialed, and it's a level 3, of course, which is what you need in order to summon it with Gigadra. And then Genix Controller. This could also be Toon Warrior, right? But Genix Controller is your level 3 normal monster, which is also a tuner, which gives us access to Mud Dragon. Now, there's a few different builds that I want to show you. This is sort of like what I call the pure build. This is going to be one where we actually get access to the Fiendsmith combo, but just with one Fiendsmith Engraver, just to get a DDD on the board. I'm also playing 3 Lurie here because these cards discard cards, and then Lurie can special summon itself. It's now once per turn. It's mandatory. It's really good. We're also playing an Azamina package in this one. And then lastly, I'm going to be showing you the craziest combo. I don't even have a complete extra deck for this one, but we're going to be accessing everything that this extra deck has to offer. This is going to be the final combo, but first, let's learn how to play the deck on a basic level. So basically, your combos, your basic combos, are going to be Gigadra and 2 discards. This is why we play cards that are worth discarding, basically, right? Like the Fabled cards. You saw Cerebral, and you saw Lurie, which is also Fabled, right? Now, this is how we're going to start the combo. You normal summon Gigadra, activate the effect discard, special summon Baby Dragon from the deck. Yes, we're going to rank up into Exegard, and then Exegard is going to detach specifically the vanilla, because you need that vanilla in the grave in order to activate its effect and actually bounce. And then we're going to summon Zeptwing from the deck. Zeptwing is going to activate, which adds us another Materiactor card, but also summons a vanilla from grave. We're going to go into Link Spider. We're going to activate the effect of X-Raptor to discard a card, special summon, and then add a vanilla from grave or deck to the hand. We're going to use Link Spider to summon our vanilla, and then we're going to go into Moon, Requiem, your one Fiendsmith that is in the deck, equip it, and then go into Necroquip, and of course, use those to make DDD to protect yourself. And then we're going to use the 2 dragons we had on the field to make seals. This is the basic combo, is just Gigadra and 2 discards. Of course, guys, of course. I can already see the combos. This is not a YCS winning deck. This is a fun project, honestly, for me. Also, this is like mega budget. It's all commons and supers from older sets, tins, and of course, the new set Supreme Darkness, basically just combos and supers. And this is pretty cool to see the interaction between those cards. And then you have, of course, seals to bounce. You can go ahead and summon Fallen Valbas from the deck if you want, make a branded combo. You have, of course, follow-up and 2 summon negates. And you have follow-up with bouncing Gigadra and then bouncing another card on the field with Exegard. Now let's look at how to play some branded lines. Now there's going to be a couple combos here that feature the fabled Cerberell, right? Cerberell. This one is level 2 tuner fabled monster that of course has the same effect as Lurie. It special summon itself, but we need it for 2 things. It's a tuner and it's a light monster. You'll see exactly why. Now we're going to start off with Gigadra, and of course we're going to discard Cerberell. Now we're going to summon Genix Controller because we need another tuner here. Basically for this combo we only use Cerberell as a light monster. It could be Lurie as well. If you're already playing that build and you have Lurie in the deck, you can do that as well. We're going to go and summon it by its own mandatory effect, which is going to be Chain Link 1. And then we're going to go into Exegard, detach the vanilla, summon Zeptwing, add, and of course summon back our vanilla. Now we're going to go ahead and make Muddy Mud Dragon. If you don't know what this does, this is a generic Synchro 6. It can be used to fusion substitute 1 fusion material, whose name is listed, of course. And then it also has another effect where during your main phase, if you control the Synchro Summon card, it's basically Cartesia just from the field. So you can use its ignition effect and fuse itself as Cartesia. And then, of course, itself is Fallen of Albaz, sorry. on the field. You'll see exactly why it changes in a minute. So this is considered as Fallen Valbaz and a light monster, which we can fuse into Albion, the branded dragon, which can now activate and banish it, but this time as Blazing Cartesia, the Virtuous, which can summon as Granganiel, the Dusk Dragon. Now there's a cool introduction here. You can see that I'm sending Garura, we're going to draw a random card, it doesn't really matter, but what's really cool is that combined with your continuous spell that you can use to stack the top 6 cards of your deck, even if you don't add anything, you do that first, stack your deck, add whatever you need, right? And then you perform the Cerberel and Muddy Mud Dragon fusion so you can draw into the card you need, which is very, very nice. So we're going to draw. Then we're going to go into Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire is going to mill. We just need an additional monster, but even if we don't get an additional monster, that's fine because we already have the Exoraptor to summon if we need to. Now, we summon one of these monsters, which is fine. We can use the Exoraptor here. We're going to add a vanilla and then special summon it, and then go into IP Masquerena, which allows us at the end phase to set Branded Banishment from the grave. And we actually have something to summon, which is Albion. So what you can do with this end board is on your opponent's turn, go for Branded Banishment that can summon the Albion and turn these two into Dragos Tabelia, which is a negate. Then you can, of course, go into SP Little Knight. You can also bring back the attached card to the hand and then bounce an additional card. And if you want, you can play things like Lulu Lilith in your extra deck, so you can actually tag out with the Granganiel you now have engraved. This is the branded combo. Let's look at how to summon Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. This actually does not require the Cerberel. We're going to look at that in a second once again, but this is also just one Giga Draw. So Giga Draw, we already know what this does. Discard, summon the Tuner Vanilla from the deck. Exegard summons the Zeptwing, which brings back the Vanilla and then gets the Exoraptor. Now we're going to go ahead and continue summoning. We're going to go ahead and make Muddy Mud Dragon, which can activate the effect, and then use it as Dark Magician and a Dragon Effect monster to make Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. This is a really cool anecdote. You can, of course, negate and pop, and then, of course, bounce because you have a vanilla in the grave. You actually have 2. It's pretty cute as an additional line, but now, this is the mega combo, guys. Check this out. So I showed this deck in the beginning. This is basically, it's a meme, right? But it shows a really, really interesting foundation for an engine and a deck that is also getting support in the future. So in this deck, we're going to be playing several engines. We're going to play the Diabellstar and Sinful Spoils engine. We're going to be playing Azamina cards. We're going to be playing World Legacy cards. We're of course going to play the engine that we've played so far with some board breakers and Small World for consistency, because you can bridge some of these into your Giga Draw, which is basically what you need. And the extra deck, we're going to be using a few tools. Of course, the Azamina cards to end on. We're going to use Excel Synchro, Dragite, and Dispatter. But of course, Ib, the World Chalice Justiciar, is going to do a lot of work here. And the White Forest cards that will give us access to everything we need. Let's take a look at the combo. Right, this is it. This is once again Giga Draw plus Cerberel. We're going to start off by normal summoning Giga Draw, discarding, summoning Gen X Controller, and then bringing this back from its mandatory effect. We're going to go into Exegard, of course, detach to summon Zeptwing from the deck, which is going to get us Exoraptor. Now we're going to bring back, of course, the Vanilla, and now we're going to go into a Synchro 5 with Zeptwing and Cerberel, which is level 2. This is going to be adding us a World Legacy card on summon, and it's going to be World Legacy Guard Dragon. Now, we're going to go ahead and activate Guard Dragon. This special summons a dragon from the graveyard, which is going to be Zeptwing. And now we have a Synchro 8 setup, which is going to be Dragite. And because we have a water monster in the grave, we're actually going to have 2. We got a spell negate already. Now, Ib is sent to the graveyard and summons a World Chalice monster from the deck. This guy is also an interruption, but we're also going to use it as an extender for our end board. But just so you know, if a monster is special summoned from the extra deck, you can tribute this card and send that monster to the graveyard without targeting. So it's a non-target send, which is really quality removal. You can leave it if you get interrupted, so it's already an interruption. Now from here, we're going to go into Exoraptor, which is going to discard, add a vanilla from deck or grave, and special summon itself. Now we're going to go into Urciela, Sinister Soul of the White Forest, which on summon can send the World Legacy Guard Dragon to add LZ, new Supreme Darkness card, which can reveal itself, summon itself, and then we're going to go into Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Now, we have Chain 1 to summon back the Cerberus, and Chain 2 to search for any Sinful Spoils cards because it was sent to the graveyard as fusion material, synchro material, of course. We're going to add Wanted. Yeah, this card's good. Now we're going to make the Bestial Dispatter, activate Wanted, get the Abelstar, and now we can be greedy or not greedy based on the number of cards you want to have in the hand. You can also just send the World Chalice and end on a smaller board, but we want to end on as many interruptions as possible. So this one is going to send Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Now we're going to use these two into Masquerena. We have a monster that we searched in the combo that we can tribute for the Hallowed Azamina, and then we can activate that, send the Deception, and go into Murcielago, that's special, that searches for Morianne, which is free cost. We're going to see that in a second, but it's also a Book of Moon for any special summon monster on the field. And then we're going to go ahead, bring back the Murcielago, bring back the Hallowed Azamina, send the Trap, get the Omni Negate Ilia Sylvia, and then because we have, of course, a level 5 or higher illusion monster on the field, while this card is in the graveyard, you can set it, but banish it when you leave the field. You want to activate Wanted here to draw one, just to make sure your Dispatter is live. And then, this is one crazy end board. I don't understand how we got from point A to point B. This is nuts. So, of course, again, this guy, take it lightly. This is not a YCS winning deck. What we have here is Masquerena into SP, which is 1. We have an Omni Negate. We have a Spell Negate. We have another Monster Negate. We have a Bounce. And then we have a Book of Moon, which is going to be 6 interruptions. SP could be another one, so it could be 7. Yeah, this is basically it. This is my exploration of Materiactor, basically. Materiactor cards are pretty awesome. This is cool. This is nice. Give it a shot at locals. You could play like a version with like 20 hand traps and just like, you know, end on Spheres or Dragoon and the Exogar just as a bounce. I think it's really cool. I think it's really fun. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.